So the beef with Michael Jordan and Jerry Krause really was about the all-time starting five. I had forgotten all about this because I remember Playboy. It was back in '92. The interviews and true story. They used to have some very revealing interviews with athletes, where people would come on there and give some real takes. It's not like today where everybody gets the information instantaneous. You had to look at those old interviews. But Jerry Krause had his all-time starting five, and he left off Magic and Bird and Kareem, but his all-time starting five was Oscar Robinson, Bill Russell, Jerry West, Dr. J, and Gus Johnson. Apparently, the Gus Johnson pick is what set Jordan off. Jordan felt like he could bust Gus Johnson up. Gus Johnson was pretty underrated dude, but the tension between Krause and Jordan was real. And so when you think about the people in Chicago booing Krause, they actually historians. It's not just because of how well he obviously said it's the 10 organizations winning and Jerry Ryan stuff. They both been funny time and janky with Michael Jordan. I'm gonna tell you like this. This is one of the reasons why I'm not a fan of the plantation of the owners, because to me, they really do act like owners. Anybody that tells you that Michael Jordan should have owned or part of ownership of any team but the Chicago Bulls, I'm calling cap, 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 cap. Because he should have had some ownership of that team. Are you kidding me? All due respect to Derrick Rose, who was league MVP for them, and he's a borderline Hall of Famer. I think he'll get in. But what have they done lately in memory since Jordan left? Ben Gordon had a little moment, and of course Derrick Rose. But what have they done exactly? I mean, the guy brings you 6 chips, he 2 3 peats. He's a league MVP. He's a Finals MVP. He's an All-Star Game MVP, Slam Dunk Contest MVP in your situation. He was one of the most dominant players ever, Olympian, decorated, etc. Now, if Krause had said that with the caveat because of his era and his time, but he was really serious about this, and he really wanted to stick it to Jordan. So it was personal. And Jerry Reinsdorf did too. I remember Reinsdorf told Jordan, "I don't know if I should give you this 30 million. Remember when 30 million for 1 year for a guy who played all games in a season? Tell the load management crew that they'd only get 30 million and see what happens." This is so, and you can debate where you got Jordan all the time, but Krause was doing this on personal. That's why it was a beef between them. There's no Scotty's issue with him, and all of them didn't like him. They never cared for Krause. He did not make himself a nice guy, and that's just a fact. So when he got booed when Chicago introduced, that wasn't shocking or surprising. It wasn't that the fans were just hating because of the last dance. They knew about him, how funny and how he was. Yes, he helped put that team together with talent. However, he acted very, very funny and cold towards the cats with the bigger names and impact. And you don't get to sit in that seat and eat them steaks and suck on that cigar if you don't have success on that court. So anyway, this is the real deal what got Jordan upset with him. And this is the thing. I'm not making this up. I have forgot all about that interview because I hadn't thought about it in 30 years. But yeah, he did say that, and that was one of the contingents there, aside from getting a low ball pay and just turning everybody off and always acting like he was so wise in the head, because he would tell everybody that aside from Jordan, I brought everybody else in. And that was his trump card of bragging and boasting. But he was also keeping people in line. But anybody starting five is your all-time starting five. That's one thing. But this was personal, and Jordan took it personal. He was very competitive because he wanted to let it be known where he felt where he belonged, and he knew how Krause was definitely, yanking his chain, trying to get one up on him and mess with him mentally. So, but tell me what you think though. Please like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another shitter. If you like, hit that membership. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay true, stay woke, stay free, and stay tuned. Because this is one of them stories that there's a lot of line into it. And you start to go back, and it was its own saga out of Chicago. But the Jordan and Krause, how he was with people was real. I'm out.